Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This is 2nd and 8. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Wait. Hey.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Oh, how about this on first and goal? Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-0. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. This now a 3rd and 4. Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Running left, it's Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Jackson. They'll roll him out. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It is picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 76 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. This will be fielded at the 17. Shoves him aside. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Buying time to his left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half It didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They go play action with Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Hurts looking to change the play. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Now they'll audible to something else. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. They work now on 2nd and 9. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now it's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 48 yards. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Van Noy, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Hurts. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Down the left sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Barkley. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Elliott is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football back at their own 17. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing left to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
With a new stadium rising just to the west of us, for now we're back for football in the familiar setting of Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flags come in. That is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And this defense, they have come to play a second straight loss to start the game.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Taking off.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They'll work straight ahead with Henry.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Now he'll run it. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The 1st quarter has come to an end. A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up. And they cash it in on 3rd and goal. Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Throwing right away is Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And he will dive into the end zone. 78 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. Pistol give to Henry. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. It was Rasul Douglas that time to end the play. They face second down and 7. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 35 yards. "7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. On first and 10, Jackson. Aguilar able to make the catch. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, here's Khalil Shakir. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. A tight end in motion now. Throwing now. Allen here on first down. That's hard. And he's going to take this one all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills are on top. It's 14-10. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. This throw right is taken in by Flowers. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raven first down.
First down, Ravens.
Jackson looking to throw. He'll find Aguilar, complete. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got it. That's Greg Rousseau in there for the sack. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. The Ravens turn things over to their field goal unit. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Allen.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
From the gun, Josh Allen.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Third down, 3 to go. He gets it to Samuel, left side. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. Now it's going to be third down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Back to throw, Jackson. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson going to keep this one himself. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Jackson. Open man is Tylan Wallace. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Here's Jackson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
On the give, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second and 6 coming up. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll run. Oh, he'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Open man is Bateman. He's got him, and he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
Now he takes off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Second down, goal to go. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. It is brought in the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. And that is no good. He missed it. That could have significant consequences. They're unable to stretch the lead out to a field goal. They're up only 2. On the return, here comes Shakir. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's first down. Regular. From the gun, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On second down, Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Allen. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
The Bills going to use their final timeout here. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. On 1st down, it's Allen. Open man downfield, it's Kincaid. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bills 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Johnson. He's got space inside the 25. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And now he's not spiking it. It's a fake. And that is incomplete. A little trickery with a fake spike, but it does not pan out.
And in this situation, Mike, with time running down, an incompletion here is not the worst thing in the world. Remember, you're already well within scoring range. Now you're just trying to get as close as possible. You can't take a sack, and of course you can't turn it over. So if it's not there, just throw it away.
So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This a potential game winner. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Allen. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
His kick is good. He got it. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And he'll get as much as he can, protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. One last shot now for Jackson. A deep shot for Aguilar. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. This one went all the way down to the wire. Late field goal, zeros on the clock, seals the deal. They come from behind and may feel like they stole this one. They get the victory on the game's final play. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bills are victorious as we say so. Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Here's Jake Moody.
Like damn, why I get a like urn? I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like what, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, tryna avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide ride like Kurt. I've been living off golf from the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like gold. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame trying to play up my name when I'm 23 to it. And I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of dying them streets to the boy alley hooping. I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light skin in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real. Young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mine, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like you 20 out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you live with no spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Things I tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back then. Number one stunner, but the level on. Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 and a so silly. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little rat. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and you need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. Well, you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got it all crack when the boy won't learn. Big wrapped up shorty when the block gets shurned. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. And I love my but I ain't them nerd like damn. Why pie get like yarn?
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. Now the Ravens use their first timeout.
Hey, report! Report! Already!
Second down, Jackson. That's complete to the veteran, Nelson Aguilar. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll run. It's Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. Here's 2nd and 9.
No, we change it. Already.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man, that's Flowers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
Now Jackson on 4th down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's in. Tylan Wallace. Touchdown, Baltimore. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw right away is Stafford. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
Just another example of poor
Come on, bro.
decision-making. I mean,
Just give me back the ball.
Play even worse. There's
Let's
nothing
go.
there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and
Let's
move on
go.
to 3rd.
I know what he's up
Now you
to.
take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. They go sideline, and he stays in
That's
bounds.
crazy.
Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st
That's
down.
fucking crazy.
They'll run. It's Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. One more time for Williams. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
And he uses the vision to take it outside, and he is in. Kyron Williams. Touchdown, Rams. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Jackson now. Aguilar able to make the catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Again, it's Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Jackson up top again. He keeps it himself. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. Here's Smith to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to tuck it in, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of the Ravens has it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens will get out in front 17-7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. That's how quick is Cup on the RPO. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down, it's Stafford. He's going to air this one out. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. Just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Jackson looking to throw. He'll find Aguilar, complete. A pickup there of 13. First down, Baltimore.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. On the ground, here's Henry. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
So, 3 quarters have come. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Report!
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. He's going to run it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Hey, middle. Hey, middle.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on 1st down. He's going to look downfield once again. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Here's Stafford. That is caught downfield by Cup. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Rams first down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this complete. It's Cup again. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Again, it's Stafford. He'll take a shot. Downfield, looking for Cup. And the Ravens are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
GG's, my man. GG's.
All game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
A first down throw for Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air.
Yo, first and foremost, we the homie was Kennan, right? I want to make something clear real quick. If anybody on social media that's getting into it with any of my IBM niggas in the comments, stop calling and texting whack punk ass crying about what my niggas are doing to y'all in the comments. Whack don't control shit this way. Whack ain't got no say so this way. And whack don't run shit this way. Whack controlling the side dudes in Clubhouse. We IBM. Damn sure don't take shots from a nigga that's living with his girlfriend Antoinette. See how I see it? Whack can fuck what I do. Whack. It's getting kind of dangerous.